Hello everyone and welcome back to a short EP review, and in this video I'm going to review this collab EP from Suicide Boys and Travis Barker called Live Fast, Die Whenever. Throughout these past years, I've seen a huge inclusion of Travis Barker of Blink-182 fame in lots of different rap artists. Usually the ones that have a more aggressive tone, they go to some more cloud and heavy rap stuff. I remember his inclusion in some tracks from XXXTentacion, then there was his inclusion in the song Dread by Ghostman, then there was this Blink-182 and Lil Wayne thing. I don't even know how this thing even happened, but what can you tell? It's 2019. And now we have Travis Barker being in this entire EP from Suicide Boys. A very short EP, only 6 tracks going for 30 minutes long. The tracks do not extend for more than 2 minutes. Now at this point, I've never seen the inclusion of Travis Barker in any of these songs to be all that special, and that is not an exception with this new EP from Suicide Boys. I don't think his inclusion in this EP is all that crazy or something that great or innovative for the duo. Now when it comes to Suicide Boys, who have released a plethora of different EPs and mixtapes, this has to be one of the more aggressive things they have ever done throughout their entire career. There are parts that sound really heavy, and MUNKY's over-the-top screams can be on point at these 3 tracks that he's featured in, which is a name I've actually never heard of it before, and so far I've seen that this is the only project that he's ever included in. Now as I said, Travis Barker's inclusion in my opinion is not something all that special or something all that great. We're talking about a decent, basic, cliché drumming in just a very few occasions throughout this whole album, and we see Suicide Boys going for a bit of a more metal and punk direction with this EP, something that Ghostman also did. In both occasions, it didn't really work. The tracks do not feel all that fleshed out, some of them sound really boring and pointless like the song Sour Grapes, and this combination of cloud rap and metal/hardcore music does not work all that well. Biggest example is the first song, Killing Two Birds with 22 Stones, where I like the screams, I like this breakdown tone, and it prepares me for something fast and heavy to come, but then after this really heavy part, it automatically transitions into a more smooth and dark and atmospheric cloud rap part. And not only is the beat and the bass just basic and more smooth, but this transition feels really awkward. You expect something heavier and then comes this trap part and it kind of ruins the experience. The song Don't Trust Anyone suffers from the same thing, but at least this one sounds a little bit better executed. There is a bit of a more cohesion in between the 2 separate parts. It doesn't sound that much all over the place. Individuality Was So Last Year is one of the more basic Suicide Boys tracks. The most solid moment out of this EP in my opinion is the track Aliens Are Ghosts, which has a really decent beat to it. It's a bit of a banger. This track also contains samples from Anthony Fantano, aka The Needle Drop, including the parts where Anthony shares his opinion about the whole sound of Suicide Boys. These parts though seem to have a bit of a more negative tone as to the things they could probably change with their sound as an advice to what they could do in order to progress with their next projects. But the thing I don't really like all that much is that in my opinion the samples don't really match with the rest of the song. It's not like they're placed in a very specific occasion going on point with a beat. It feels much more just random, with the inclusions only being like in the beginning, in the middle of the song, and in the ending portion, in the parts where the beat doesn't kick in. It doesn't offer anything, it's not really all that special. So yeah, it's one of those occasions where I feel that the placing of the samples does not really fit all that well. And then it ends with the shortest song, Nothing Left, Nothing Left, which the first time I heard it, I did not like it at all. In this particular track, they go into a more punk direction. It doesn't work that well in my opinion. It sounds bland, it sounds generic. It's like they try to sound like horror, but without the experimental electronics and without that much of a well-structured song. Yeah, even though it's a bit more different than some others, even though it's a change of pace, even though this is their most aggressive EP and they go for a bit of a different stylistic direction, this is one of the least fleshed out and least innovative EPs they've done. Travis Barker did not offer all that much to this EP to make it sound better, and it's just a really short, mediocre EP. I'm going to give this EP a 5 out of 10. What's your opinion on this EP? Like it, dislike it, why, and what do you want me to review next time? Let me know down in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.